So what are you making today?
Oh, I'm making some yummy chocolate cupcakes that are going to be Christmassy. I'm trying to make them Christmassy chocolate cupcakes. However, they're being made out of black beans.
Wait, black beans.
Yes, black beans.
Flour?
No flour.
Gluten-free flour?
No, I don't even have to put in gluten-free flour. I will use black beans, and so I can make them totally gluten-free and really nutritious and not have any flour in them at all.
Well, here we go. Black bean cupcakes.
Oh, they're yummy.
Well, hey everybody, I'm Bill.
And I'm Elizabeth. Live simple.
Live free. And I gotta tell you, actually, we've known about this recipe for probably 10 years. And the first time we tried them, I was floored. They are so good. They are so moist. And just, they're fabulous.
Yeah, they really are very good. It's a great way to get more nutrition into a dessert. And I'm going to make them like with no regular sugar in them and with having the black beans. So it's like for me, it's like a sugar-free, gluten-free, wonderful, lovely dessert. And so, yeah, they're surprisingly good.
They don't taste like black beans. Nobody will know they're black beans unless you tell them.
Right, right. Although it's kind of fun to tell people after maybe they took a bite.
Yeah.
Okay, now one of the first things I'm going to do is, of course, get my oven going. Let it start preheating. I'm going to be doing it for 350 degrees. And I am going to, first of all, get these freeze-dried black beans here. I have, these are Ready Harvest from Thrivalist. They will cook a lot faster than if I just start with regular beans. And so I will be using these then as my black beans. And then a little later on, I am going to be using some of these lovely cranberries, like I made the cranberry sauce out of. They'll be decorative. Okay, so what I need here is is that not the prettiest little pot you ever saw? Oh, love this thing. Okay, in order to come up with around 2 cups of cooked black beans, I'm going to need to put in 2/3 of a cup of the dried black beans. So I did some math to figure all that out. So here they are, and I'm going to put, this is my 1/3 cup. Oh, this one has the pig on it. You can tell it's Pioneer Woman. Okay. Okay, it's 2/3 cup. Oh yeah, the lid's right here. You always want to cover stuff back up real quickly. All right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put some water with this. Okay, I've added some water, and I'm not worried about measuring the water. When these are done, I'm going to drain them really nicely so I get exactly, my 2 cups that I need. So this is going to go back here. Make sure all my beans got down in the water. There we go. And get them heating until they get nice and soft. Back, there we go. Now, since my beans were cooked before they were freeze-dried, it's going to take 10 to 15 minutes to get them nice and soft again. So when they're all nicely done, I'll be back and we'll keep going. Now, while my beans are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and put all my papers in here. If a person would happen to use canned beans, go ahead and get the papers put in first. But I had a few minutes to do this now. So there we go. Make a nice dozen. There we go. All right. Okay, I drained my 2 cups of black beans. They're in my blender now. This whole thing's made in a blender. And so it took longer than I kind of expected. It just depends sometimes on how kind of hard you cook them or whatever. But these took probably 25 minutes. But it's no big deal. They're all done. I got a couple cups of nice soft black beans in here. Now, to that, I'm going to keep track of my recipe here. To that, I will be adding, right in the blender, I have 4 eggs. All right. I have a tablespoon of vanilla extract. I've got 5 tablespoons of coconut oil. Coconut oil is so good for you. There we are. Okay. Now 5 tablespoons of coconut oil. Let's see. Okay. And 3/4 cup of what they say they want cane sugar. I'm using a real good monk fruit blend. We got a tiny bit of cocoa powder in there, but it's fine. So this is going to be 3/4 of a cup of, in this case, the monk fruit, but it's whatever, like cane sugar or whatever. Now I'm going to take this. I got the black beans, the eggs, the vanilla, the sugar, and the coconut oil. Now I want to blend this on high for about 1 to 2 minutes until smooth. Oh, it really helps if I plug it in. There we go. There we are. Okay, that's all blended. Now I have 5 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I'm going to put in a teaspoon of baking powder and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. And they should be just really gently mixed together. Just kind of get them all blended. There we go. And that will be added now to my mixture here. Yep, there we go. And I'm supposed to give it about another 1.5 to 2 minutes. I stopped partway through to be able to make sure I scrape the sides down so I get everything incorporated. Oh man, does that smell good? Oh, there we go. And back on. Okay, that was the rest of the blending time. Now I will have all the recipe and the amounts and everything in the description below. Oh, looks beautiful. Look at that. Ha ha. Okay. Now, usually you fill muffin papers about 2/3 full. So I'm going to start filling these. Makes a beautiful looking batter. Looks pretty normal to me. Supposed to make 12 cupcakes. I've heard of some people say they like to put in like chocolate chips. That could be really good. I'm just trying to be really careful about the sugar. I'd have to try to get sugar-free chocolate chips. Monk fruit works really nicely to substitute for sugar. Whoops, made a mess with that one. There we go. Okay, I'm getting the last 2 here. Ooh, I think I've got some extra batter. I may bake that separately. I don't want to really overfill these. There we go. I won't waste that batter. Okay, these are now going to go into my preheated oven at 350 It says it should take about 22 minutes. And of course, just like with any cake, you just want to make sure that you can poke it with a toothpick or something and they'll come out clean. So let's get them going here. Oh, they smell so good already. All right, I'll set my timer. Okay, it's been 22 minutes. I'm going to see if they're done. I have my toothpick here. You see, we put some of the batter in a little bowl there to bake it. Oh, perfect. Perfect. It comes out nice and clean. Oh, they rose just lovely in here. Exactly what I was hoping for. Now I'm going to check my little one here. Not quite. I'll get that in a minute. Oh, they look wonderful. All right. Okay, I'm going to let them cool completely, and we will be putting some frosting on. All right, my black bean wonderful chocolate cupcakes are nice and cool now. So I'm going to be kind of coming up with some frosting for them. Now, you could top these with anything you want to frost them with. A little bit of like powdered sugar if you wanted. There's all sorts of different things that you could do. So I'm going to try to make a basic sugar-free frosting. This is a little challenging, but I'm going to try. And then I have some wonderful freeze-dried strawberries here that I can put on top to give a little bit of red color and make them look festive. These are very good to eat when they're still crunchy dry. By the way, I tried cranberries because they would look just like little ornaments on top of the cupcakes. But there isn't enough frosting there to keep those cranberries from not being really tart. So I really couldn't put enough sugar with them to make them not so tart. So, all right, I am starting out with 4 tablespoons of butter here. And I am going to add, all right, this is a 1/2 cup of this. It's kind of like a powdered sugar mixture that I found. It has allulose, which is supposed to be pretty good for you. Has some inulin, which is a sugar alcohol. Some stevia leaf extract and monk fruit extract. And so as sweeteners go, that's not sugar. This should be a decently good one. So, and I'm not trying to promote this type. I just happened to be what I got at the store. So I'm going to start out here by just putting like a 1/2 cup of this in with some butter. Now, I'm going to mush this around first because I don't want it to go flying up into my face. I'm going to cover this and give it a little bit. There we go. I'm going to put in some vanilla. It's about 1.5 teaspoons. Creaming this with the butter. It won't be pure white because of the butter, but it should be really good. Let me just see how this is doing so far. I tried making it with nothing but the milk and the powdered sugar stuff, a little bit of vanilla. And I didn't quite like, it just didn't have enough of a nice frosting taste. Oh my goodness, that makes what's called buttercream, I think. It looks like a good consistency. This sugar mix has a bit of a granularness to it, unlike powdered sugar. Okay. Flip as much of this off as I can without making a mess. And I'll scrape the rest of that off. Okay. Let me see here. Use this. Makes frosting. It's actually pretty good. A little bit of vanilla helps a lot. Wow, okay, well let me frost these. Clean off the, sorry, I don't want to make that too loud. I'm going to clean off my mixer Now I don't want to put a big thick amount of frosting on. It's quite sweet. So we'll just put enough on to make the chocolate cake a little more special. And if that's enough, easy enough to whip up some more. Let me just see here. I tried some of the other frosting on that one that was just milk and the sugar, and it didn't work real well, so. Now, you can pipe frosting, do anything you want to make these really fancy. I'm not real good at fancy, but they're gonna taste delicious. There we go. And I'm gonna put a lovely little bit of color on top there so you look a little more festive. And I'll get these frosted. Well, I have had this 3-tiered serving tray, whatever you call it, for a while, and I'm thrilled to be able to use it for something like this. It's just fun. We used the strawberries on top. We didn't put, I mean, they're still crunchy, freeze-dried, and they're really good like that.
And we didn't refresh them in water.
Yeah, yeah. All right, sweetheart, would you like to try a black bean cupcake with some buttercream frosting?
Absolutely.
It's kind of my invention of buttercream. A real chef would probably tell me that's not quite buttercream, but it's just, what was it? A quarter cup of butter and a half a cup of the sugar and like a teaspoon and a half of vanilla.
And it was exactly what you needed for the 12
Yes,
cupcakes.
it was exactly enough for all 12 cupcakes.
That is amazing. Black beans. Black beans.
Oh,
That's amazing.
that is so good. And beans are in here with a lot of fiber. I'm not getting any gluten. I'm not getting any real sugar. This is like, wow. Just that little bit of frosting on top. It's not too thick. It's really good. Wow. These are so much fun. And you could top them with, you know, little colored different balls. You could top them with whatever you want. I just wanted to add a little bit of the red color on top to make them look more Christmassy.
Jimmy's.
Oh, little Jimmy's would be wonderful. Different kinds of sprinkles. Or just some frosting and a decoration. You could make chocolate frosting and then put a white snowflake pattern on the top. So many possibilities. So, wow, my kind of buttercream invention is actually quite good.
Now, we use some of our freeze-dried food in here. Obviously, you can just use fresh. Mm-hmm. You know, you can use dried beans and you got to cook them forever. You can use canned beans and then it goes much faster.
It's a 15-ounce can of canned that's drained. It doesn't have a bunch of extra stuff in it, just beans. It's about a cup and a half.
And then we put, freeze-dried strawberries on the top. We just talked about all the different options you can make. You can just get regular icing, a can of icing for a cake, and put it on whatever you want to do.
Right. I just wanted to go sugar-free.
But if you are interested in checking out our freeze-dried food, there is a link down below for Thrivalist, which sells the Ready Harvest freeze-dried food.
Yeah. But I just especially wanted to share with you guys what a cool dessert you can make with these luscious little chocolate cupcakes made out of black beans. Now, there's all sorts of recipes out there. I know that if I put in like one less egg, maybe 3 eggs instead of 4, I was told that would give more of a chewy brownie kind of a consistency. So there's lots of different ways to make it work. But
this is like cake.
Yeah, it's a cupcake. Mm-hmm. It tastes like cake. But isn't that just surprisingly good? It's something that's really well worth trying, and they're so nutritious compared to a basic cupcake. And they keep me away from the gluten in the flour. Mm-hmm. So, wow. Well, what a treat. So
for your next Christmas party, bring something that'll be the talk of the town. Black bean cupcakes.
Or black bean brownies, or black bean cake. All righty. Well, thanks for letting me share this with you. And I love Christmas time, as you well know. And I'm just enjoying this very much. And I got to use my fancy dish thing. I've had that for a while.
I'm going to have another.
Okay.
So thanks for watching.
Yes, live simple.
Live free. You be blessed.
We love you guys and wishing you a blessed, blessed season coming up here. And a lot of enjoyment and try some black beans.
And we'll see you soon.
Yeah, bye-bye.